Hello everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph, and today, well, I've got a Chinese elm that's, well, it doesn't really know what it wants to do. Let me show you. See what I mean? But I think this can be an absolute beauty of a pretty much formal or informal upright. Now, it's got quite a decent trunk at the base and it's been chopped, as you can see. So I had this tree and I'm pretty sure it was an S shape and it died back and I just chopped it, and this has grown from it, and I've just let it grow and recover since, and it's just then grown and it's then started to arch and grow over, and then everything has grown out like this. And what it's done is it starts of like hooked and it's grown over like this and then gone down and like that. So it's sort of gone like a rib cage, as you can see. It comes over and it goes in like a rib cage. Now what I want to do is throw wire on it, and I want to get this into like a formal upright, because I think if I get this on a slight angle like that and then get it in a formal upright, I've got all these branches that I can then take my pick from, and it'll look pretty sweet once that starts thickening up. I'll get you in off this tripod, bring you close in, and I'll show you exactly what I want to do. But basically today I just want to get a wire on it and just get it and let it grow and get it straight up. I might not even trim it today because I don't really know what I want to do in terms of picking the branch structure. I just want to get it into the shape, and then this will be a new series like all my rest of my trees obviously. But I think I want to have this as quite a tall tree as well, because just look, I just like where this is heading. So let me get you in close and show you, because the trunk has got some nice deadwood feature on it as well. It's got like, I'll show you, never mind, let me just show you. Okay, so the idea I think for this is I'm gonna replant it on a slight angle just like this, okay? And then what that does, it'll give it a more formal upright, but with a little, as you can see, it'll move it over and give it a nice little bend, and then the tree will upright a little bit. And then as I wire it, I will wire and then move the branch, well, move the trunk line in a more vertical way. Because obviously if I go vertical like this, it goes off to the left. So it's got to go from over there, which bends down, and it's got to be pulled right over this way, which is no drama. So if I just wiggle this under here, but just look at that. It's got some nice deadwood feature in there, and I think this is going to be a nice tree to work with. As I say, it was an S shape, and then this is the base of it. Sorry about the wind, it's starting to pick up. As I say, we're going to get some hefty rain today. But yeah, there's my cut mark. This can be cleaned up, no drama. So this is size of my thumb, pressed down, covers it. But it's got a good trunk on it. It's quite chunky in size, and I just think getting in the right angle like this can lead up. It's got all branches. We're just going to throw some wire on it today, push it up a little bit. We can get this into a good sort of shape. Bring this up, as you can see, it's quite tall and it is malleable, so we can work on it. And then all this structure is, as I say, going in this sort of direction. It's like you get in there, get yourself all snuggled in. It's like a rib cage. But yeah, I want to get it just wrapped in some wire today, straighten this out, and then I don't even think I'm gonna, it's like a tunnel. I don't even think I'm gonna do the rest of the branches, because I'm not sure how we're going to develop the branches. I just want to get it straight up And then the branches might even start going from that, they might start going outwards once they're up, and then following the sun, they might follow the path of the sun. So I don't know, it could be a longer video than I expect, but we'll see. I'm just gonna wrap some, I've got just over here, let's grab it. I've got some 4mm gauge, that should do the job anyway. So we're gonna wrap it all the way around the trunk, all the way up to that point, and then we're gonna flex it, straighten it up as best as I can. Hopefully I don't have to do two. I might have to do another little section just there. Hopefully I don't. Straighten up as much as I can. I'm not going to put too much effort into the bottom bit. I don't want to bend it and then start flexing it to the point where it's going to snap. It shouldn't do, but the top section, it's going to bend nice and easy. We're going to straighten it up as much as I can, and then, as I say, I feel the whole tree just needs to be flexed, or just put on a new angle like that when we repot it. So let's get into it. Now, I'm not going to film me wiring all this tree because it's going to take me a while, but I'll start off, and then once it's done, I'll come back to you. First thing is I'm going to plant this in a little bit. And obviously I don't know what the roots are like on this, but I'm going to just plant it in as much as I can. There we go. Now I know I'm not too close, as you can see. I'm a little bit far away from the trunk, but that's not an issue. I don't want to go too close and damage any of the roots. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across, and I'm just going to start winding around. And I've got it like this in my hand, so I can keep hold and manage everything. I don't want to cut my wire just yet because I don't know the length I'm going to need to do the whole tree. Obviously it is a decent sized tree, and I'm going to be here all day. If I do one cut, I could get like halfway up the tree and then realise I've not got enough length of this wire, and then yeah, I'm going to have to start adding wire on top of wire. So this is the easiest way to do it, and then as you can see, I'm turning the tree to make it easy for me just to start. And this is the way I'm going to be doing it as well, just at the base. So first couple of turns, get myself anchored on. There we go. So now we're anchored, I can start moving my way up. Making sure I'm not damaging any of the branches as we're doing this. And again, the good thing with this is I can actually move the tree around while I'm doing it. So there we go. So now up the main trunk line of the tree. So that's where we're at. So nice steady start. I'm going to wire it all the way to the top. Once I've got to the top, I'll come back and we'll start bending it. And with 5 minutes later, the wiring work has been completed. Check it out. So not too shabby, all the way to the tip. Quite happy with my work, and all I've got to do now is just bend that into shape and give it a nice formal upright. And as you can see, it's already just holding it more vertically just with that on. It's not as floppy, it's not dangling down, so it should be quite all right. And not much of a drama getting it on. Just had to keep moving some of those out the way, and I haven't got any of this caught. Nothing caught in there, and I didn't rip any of the branches off as well, so that's good. Well, I got like maybe one or two, but that's it. No dramas, happy to say. So well, let's get you on the tripod and I'll straighten this up, and hopefully it stays in place. And maybe I might have to just do a tie, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here we go. I've got you on a bit of a wider shot just so you can see. Now, first things first, I'm just gonna try and straighten everything in one go from top to bottom, and just gonna wheel my seat over. I don't want to put too much pressure on. Now, obviously, over last year, this has thickened up plenty, so this is going to be a bit of a struggle to try and straighten up. It's quite thick now. There we go. Okay, it's holding. It's holding. Right, and if I move that like that, like so, so if I put it there on an angle, that is a nice formal upright. That is probably going to be the front, so it goes away from us and comes back. So for now, if it was like that, it would still be. Now, obviously, I'm going to be tilting it away like that. So do I leave it flat and try and bend it and give it a bit of a curl? I don't want to go too far, I don't want it breaking. So I'm just going to throw a little bit more wire on and hopefully that should hold it. So I'll be right back. Now I threw a bit of extra wire on and put a guy wire just on this branch as well, just to pull it back so it's not in your face, because it's pulled around this way. So I've just pulled it away, and just at the back as well I've put a bit of guy wire just to help pull the whole branch, or the whole trunk, this way coming towards us. So as you can see, I tied it to the back here. Damaged here, but it doesn't matter because this section is dead. As you can see, it's not a problem. So I've pulled it, and now the whole tree itself, if you look, is pretty vertical all the way up. And now I've got a nice, steady, pretty much formal upright with a dead section at the front, and it goes all the way up. So now I'm just going to leave it like that, let it grow up a little bit, let it thicken up, let that get into a nice shape, let it do its thing. Once the wire starts biting in, that is the point where I'm going to take it off, and it should hopefully stick into place. Well, I'm hoping that all these branches just naturally go out this way. If not, I'm just going to leave it for the time being to thicken up, and then I'll start branch selection. But for now, I'm just done. That's it. I'm just going to leave it in the garden. Just put it to one side, and we're done. This is going to be a formal upright. As you can see, it's already going to be in a nice shape. If all these branches do go out this way, it's going to be a nice formal upright, and everything is going to be quite conical. I'm not really expecting the branches, to be fair, to go out naturally with the sun, but they might start to turn out a little bit naturally, and then if they do, I will wire the ones that I will eventually keep. But for now, it's a case of just letting the tree naturally get into that position, steadily secure itself as it thickens up. As it does thicken up, the wire will start biting in naturally, as I say, and as I get to the point I see it, I will start snipping the wire off, because there's no way I'm going to untangle all that wire. One, it's just too thick, and two, it's going to start damaging the tree. So I will snip all the wire off, and at that point then we can start branch selection and start pruning it into a position where we would like to go forward. So I'm hoping, because Chinese elms are frugally growing, can't get my words out. They're so fast growing, and a wee bit of fertilizer should help it as well along its way. Within a couple of months, towards middle to late summer, this wire might even not be that long, but this wire will be coming off, the tree will be in a position fixed, and then we can start looking at developing this tree further. So that's the tree. Anyway, Not much more to do on this one now. Just leave it alone. If you like this one and you want to see it continue, because it's going to be a good one by the end of it, please do like, follow, subscribe, share this one to your friends, and I'm out of here because it's just started raining. So, British weather it is. Let's get into the house before I get wet. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one as usual. Over and out. Bye.